Hi, I'm Kara, and I talk to wine. So today, we're gonna talk about the 5 vital words you need to know to get you into the conversation about wine, to help you understand maybe what a sommelier is saying or what a wine professional is trying to explain. So these 5 words are gonna help you understand what's in your glass and to help you articulate a little bit better about what you're experiencing. So now, I've written a blog about it, so you can just read your heart out if you want, but the best way to understand the 5 words I'm going to teach you is by finding them in the glass, right? So that's what we're gonna do. 5 words we're gonna look at. Number 1, balance. Number 2, aromatics. Number 3, flavors. 4, texture. And 5, sweetness. So now I've chosen a wine today from Germany, and this is a German Riesling. Now, don't turn off the channel yet. Don't change videos. I know I said Riesling, but Riesling, as you're gonna find out as we talk about it, is the perfect grape to understand all these words. It's the perfect wine, especially a Mosel Riesling. And there'll be all kinds of information about this wine below if you want to learn more about it. But right now, let's get down to the words. Balance. What does balance mean? When someone says balanced or a balanced wine, it just means all the parts, from the color to the smells, to the flavors, to the feel of the wine, to how the wine finishes, how it ends on your palate. They're all in harmony. So not one thing is sticking out. The alcohol isn't taking over. It's not too warm. The wine's texture isn't distracting you, whether it be too kind of fat or heavy or sharp or lean. So everything is just in harmony together. That's balance. So number 1, balance. 2, when someone says aromatics, what are aromatics, right? So an aromatic, we're actually gonna get to smell our wine now. It just means, what are we able to smell in a wine? And aromatics are referring to actual chemical compounds. So when I'm gonna rattle off a few aromatics, and they're not actually the things I'm saying. I'm giving these esters or these chemical compounds in the wine friendly names, okay? So an aromatic is first and foremost a compound in the wine, and secondly, it's something that we can smell and helps give the wine character. So let's do it. Ooh, always, this is a very highly aromatic grape. Lots of apricots, florals, lots of these kind of honeysuckles, this slate, this earthiness, this really fresh smell. Also, there's this kind of green apple and all kinds of interesting aromatics. So that's aromatics. So that's just the smell. Next one is flavor. So now I get to drink it. So flavor, that's good. Flavor just means, what am I tasting? What is the actual taste of the wine? And that's through retronasal breathing as well. So a lot of what we're smelling, we're kind of able to appreciate as a flavor on the palate. So a flavor is what you actually taste in the wine. Flavors here for me, those apricots still, that kind of stone fruit, green apple, all those floral, those white flowers, honeysuckles. Also a lot of that freshness, that kind of slate granite, that nice kind of earthy mineral flavor here. So those are flavors. Next is texture. It's gonna require another sip. So the texture is just talking about, how does this wine actually feel? So texture is talking about a feeling. So this wine makes me feel a sharp sensation. It's not fat, it's not flabby, it's not voluptuous feeling. It feels very energetic, electric. The texture is lean here. So how does it make your mouth feel when you take a sip of wine? That's the texture. It's the actual physical effect, not a flavor, not an aromatic, but a physical feeling, how the wine sits and plays on your palate. Next is sweetness. This one's important because it's very misunderstood. People use sweetness when they talk about smells. Sometimes they use it when they talk about wines that are actually completely dry, but sweetness just refers to how much leftover sugar is in your wine. And I happen to choose a wine that is actually off dry, so this is an off dry example. So if you do take a bottle and try a bottle yourself, you will be able to actually taste sweetness. So sweetness, the only way I want you to use the word sweetness is talking about leftover sugar in wine. So when I take a sip, I feel leftover sweetness. And the best way to understand that is to actually take a glass of wine with residual sugar versus a wine that's completely dry and feel out. And you'll feel sugar on the tip of your tongue. So that's the only time I want you to use the word sweetness, if you know a wine has leftover sugar. So those are your 5 new words. Get out there, start practicing. Cheers, let's keep talking, and I'll see you next time.